Hey, everybody, this is Loretta from Legally Quirky. I wanted to jump on and do a live video for everybody today. No makeup, ratty t shirt. But today's topic is about shame, so I thought that maybe that's appropriate. Some of you might have shame that is left over from childhood. Some of you might have shame that you're experiencing right now, and it could be because of a relationship. Maybe you feel shame around your job. Maybe what you do for a living makes you feel shameful. I wanted to talk about shame and how to identify it, how to put it to the side and feel better about yourself. So, when I was experiencing my own shame, and I talk about something that happened recently with me getting sick in my blog, and again, www.legallyquirky.com. The links to my website and the blog are in the description. And please like and subscribe. I need more views. Share me with your friends. I would really appreciate it. Okay. So when I was identifying shame, one of the things that helped me was, okay, what am I feeling? I'm feeling bad. Okay, well, what do I feel bad about? Well, I'm sick. I'll just tell you, I had COVID in January again. It's my fourth time, and I'm vaccinated. I'm vaccinated, and I still got COVID multiple times. So I'm sitting in bed, I feel miserable and I have all the shame. I'm like, oh my God, did I do something wrong? Am I being punished for something? What is going on? Why am I sick? I don't understand. Why is this happening to me? And sitting in bed, I realized that there are things that I have control over and there's things I don't have control over. And I should not feel ashamed about being sick. Catching a virus, being sick, getting a bad diagnosis. So a lot about that that's not within your control, especially not that you're consciously aware of. I mean, how do you know when you come in contact with a bacteria or a virus or something that's on the surface of a desk or a pen? I think, for those of us that suffer with incurable diseases, there are good days and bad days. And there are just days when you wake up and everything hurts. And I've said this before in the motivational posts I put on Facebook and Instagram. Follow me there if you want those motivational messages. Some days getting out of bed is the biggest accomplishment. You should feel accomplished if you have an incurable disease or you're sick or you're a new mom or parent and you don't have a lot of time. Getting out of bed, brushing your teeth, brushing your hair is a major accomplishment. And anybody who is a parent right now and cannot wait for the day that they can go to the bathroom by themselves again, drop a comment. I promise you those days will happen again when you get the bathroom by yourself and there isn't a toddler that's coming in with you. Oh gosh, yeah. So I was feeling shame that I had gotten sick because I felt like somehow it was my fault. And then I realized this is not my fault. This is something that's beyond my control. And I had a lot of time to think when I'm sick, and thinking, journaling, processing, those are all healthy ways to check in with yourself and do self-care. Self-care is very important. I even asked myself, I'm like, did I need to do more self-care to prevent me from getting sick? I have a very good morning and nighttime routine, so I think I got my self-care covered. But I realized that I shouldn't be ashamed for being sick. I shouldn't be ashamed for needing help. And then I started to ask myself, well, where do those things come from? Some of my popular videos on here have been when I've talked to all of you about the trauma that I had growing up. So as a child, and I mean like under 5 years old, I was not encouraged by my daytime caretaker to ask for help. It didn't matter if it was brushing my hair or getting dressed. I remember from a very young age dressing myself, trying to brush my own hair, which actually got to be a problem. One of the family friends noticed my hair was really knotty all the time. and it was long and it was unkempt. And she ended up taking me for a very traumatic first haircut where they pretty much just cut all of my hair off. I had very long ponytail length hair, long pigtails going down, and they cut it all off and gave me a pixie haircut because I did not have anyone to help me brush my hair as a child. How many parents, and again, put a comment, you help your child get ready for pre-K or kindergarten or first grade? At what age did you stop helping your child dress and brush their hair? I know a lot of parents that were still doing it, their kids are age 10. And there's a bond that happens when you do that. I'm going to braid my child's hair. I'm going to help my son, button up his shirt and get ready for school. And there's a lot of pride that goes into that because the child learns to value in how do I look? That's part of the self-care that you're teaching them to do. When you do their hair and do their shirt, oh gosh, maybe that's why I don't care about what my hair looks like today. I'm still suffering. But you don't need to suffer. And I want to encourage people that, are just kind of, they're bathing in shame. They feel it all the time, everywhere they go. And you might even see someone, they actually walk like this, and everything is doom and gloom. They can be under a cloud of shame. I give genuine compliments. When I see someone at work or in the grocery store or where I buy my coffee and tea in the morning, if I think that they have on an amazing shirt or your makeup looks really good today, or, I just love how cheerful you are. You always have such a cheerful smile on your face. I will give them a genuine compliment because I think it's important to be kind to other people. And again, if someone's bathing in shame, that compliment might be the thing that makes their day. And you just don't know. You never know what someone is feeling and going through. So we'll go back to when I had COVID. So how did I pull myself out of that? How do you pull yourself out of the shame? Went back to what do I have control over and what don't I have control over? I did not have control over all of the bacteria, viruses, people that you come into contact with. You go to the grocery store, or you pump gas into your car. So somewhere I got sick and picked up COVID again. What was within my control? Well, first off, I needed to have a good attitude because I was wallowing in that shame. Like, oh, this always happens. How could I get COVID again? So I had to pull myself out of that and say, you know what? I got COVID. There's nothing I can do about it right now in terms of I caught it. So I have to deal with it. And that was what I had control over, having a good attitude about it and not letting it swallow me up that I was sick again and didn't feel well. The other thing that was really important was an analogy that a very good friend and part of my support system gave to me. And that was to think of the virus as an object in the road. We don't have control over what's on the highway or the road in front of us, right? It could be a nail. It could be a rock. But somebody runs over a rock and it flies back and hits your windshield, or and this happens in my area because we have a lot of construction going on, you have a nail that gets caught in your tire. That's not your fault. There's nothing shameful about that. It's not like, oh, I'm a bad driver. No, don't put the shame on yourself. There was an object in the road and you are not responsible for that. What are you responsible for? How you deal with it. You don't have to carry shame that something bad happened to you. Something bad happened to you. You are not bad. So the nail in the road, the rock that hit your windshield, that sucks. And it's expensive to get new tires. Hopefully you have good insurance and you don't have to worry about your windshield repair. Anybody that works in insurance and wants to sponsor me for insurance, this is your chance. I could have plugged you. But anyway, it's not you. That object was in the road. You are not bad. The event that happened is bad. You are inherently good. I truly believe, and I have this in my other videos, we were all made by a divine creator. that divine creator put us in his or her image, and we are starting out as divine beings. What happens is, as you grow up and as you go through life, you have these experiences and they shape how you view yourself and how you believe the world works. And I think, unfortunately, especially for a lot of people that turn to drugs and alcohol, they do not feel worthy. They do not feel like they deserve good things. They have had so much trash put on top of their heads, they're buried under it. And so they deal with a lot of shame. They think that there's something wrong with them, and there's not. We all start out the same, naked, coming out of the womb, and we're all divine, beautiful creatures. And then life happens. So if you're not responsible for the event, the bad event that happened that sucks, and you are inherently good, you need to focus on all of those things about yourself that are good and that you have control over. So again, I mentioned to you my attitude, how I interact with other people, right? I do have control over how I look. Again, apologies for no mascara today. No lipstick, no blush, no nothing. I put foundation on. I think foundation is very important because mine has sunscreen in it. And I get told all the time, I do not look my age. Anybody that wants to guess my age, go ahead and put it in there. But there's a lot that you do have control over. Your thoughts, what you believe. So if I was believing that, God was punishing me and that's why I got COVID again, I must have done something wrong. That's a faulty belief. And you need to work on, well, where did that belief come from? For me, it's my parents. I grew up in a family that very much taught God was fire and brimstone. And if something bad happened to you, it's because God saw what you did and you were being punished for it. It's a really sucky feeling to have. So not only are you sick, but it's your fault and God's punishing you. So you're really, really bad. No, that's not it. God is not up there. And again, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure, based on what I have heard other pastors and priests say, God is not up there taking track of everything. Well, you said 10 curse words today. I'm going to make you sick. I don't think that's how it works. I think there's bigger issues going on in the world than whether or not a curse slips out of my mouth. Or for those of you that, recently went through Lent, did you eat meat on Friday? That was a very old school thing when I was going to Catholic church. You were not supposed to eat meat on Friday during Lent. No one's out to get you. No one's out to punish you. And if you have that view of the world and that's how it works, that somehow God or the universe is out to get you, or you think you just have bad luck, you need to examine that feeling and that thought and dig around, where did it come from? And then, is it valid? I have had enough experiences in life to realize that what my parents told me was not always valid. They gave me a lot of good advice. I got good advice about getting an education, dealing with money, dealing with taxes. Anybody that hasn't finished their taxes yet, I feel sorry for you. But, my parents bought me a bike. Them getting me a bike, and when they bought it and me learning how to ride it, that was one of the best childhood memories that I have. They did that perfectly. But other stuff, not so much. They tried their best. They really do. But some parents, they don't know. No one comes out with a manual. Wouldn't that be awesome if babies came out and there was a tiny little book like, here you go. Here's what you need to do so you don't screw up your kid. But after rooting around and realizing that I shouldn't feel shame about getting sick and I shouldn't feel shame about asking for help, it was easier to get better because your attitude and what you think and what you believe will affect your stress levels and how fast you heal. I want to encourage all of you that haven't checked out the blog that talks about spontaneous healing. There's an awesome book out there. I wish that I had it up here to show you the cover. It's called Cured by Dr. Rediger. And you can even look around on YouTube for spontaneous healing videos, but they talk about the connection between stress and your health, how to manage stress, how your beliefs can influence how fast you heal. Very interesting stuff. But there's definitely, and doctors are coming more on board with it, a mind-body connection. And so to me, one of the important things you can do is stop shaming yourself. You don't need to feel that shame. You can let it go. Absolutely. And so if you have any questions, again, I encourage you to check out the link to my website and also to the blog. The blog's going to ask for your email address. I just want to keep track. I'm not going to sell your information. I'm not going to hit you with a ton of emails. I think that you get one email to verify that you signed up for the blog and to tell you, okay, you're now a member of the blog. But the blog is free. I just put up posts twice a month, and I try to give helpful advice to people so that you can have more fun. My Instagram post yesterday was, what if life was about having more fun? And what if you enjoyed where you are right now? So I hope everybody has a great day. And I'm going to end the live stream. Again, if you have any questions, go to the website. My email address is on the website also. You can also message me on Facebook and Instagram. But I'm happy to answer any questions. If you are interested in a certain topic, post it in the comments and I'll do a specific video addressing that topic. Thanks. Have a great day and a great weekend.